I am sure that all you have witnessed and heard. Would know what Yogaville is for. In a sense, we are all children, we are all students. There is no end for learning. Unfortunately, the moment you think that you have learnt enough, you exhibit your ignorance. There is a beautiful prayer to the goddess of learning, Saraswati. It's quoted by one of the very old woman saint, Avayar. It's in Tamil. She says, கற்றது கைமண்ணளவு கல்லாது உலகளவு உற்ற கலைமடந்தை ஒதுகிறாள். Which means what we have learnt so far is just a handful of clay. What we haven't is like the world. Compare the world with a handful of clay. He says this because even the goddess of learning, Saraswati herself, who is the goddess of the entire learning, is still holding a book in the hand. If you see the statue, the deity of Saraswati, you will see she is still holding a book. So she says, even goddess Saraswati is still learning. When you see that, how much you have learnt, and that's how much you haven't. So in a way, we are all learners. The entire cosmos is the Vidyalayam. That's why even a university is called universe-ity. The entire universe is a university. And we are all students. As an individual, you should think that you are the only student in the university and all the rest are your teachers. Because for a person who wants to learn, there's no problem finding teachers. Everybody and everything is a teacher. You can learn from people, you can learn from nature, you can learn from a stone, from a tree, from an insect. As you might have heard very often, by bringing the example of a broomstick. You can learn from a broomstick if you are a learner. But unfortunately, many don't want to be a learner. They all want to be the gurus. They all are in a hurry to teach. Once we finish learning, we won't even be on the surface of this earth. We finish our job. So as long as we are still alive and moving around on the surface of the earth, we are still learning. Continuous, call it evolution or learning or whatever, gathering knowledge, gathering experience. So the real truth and the experience of God comes only when you put yourself in that spirit, as a learner, as a young child. That is what is meant by the kingdom is among the children. Children need not be always measured by their physical age. So here we want to bring that truth through these beautiful angels. I heard somebody saying that it's not that they are studying here, they are teaching us. It's very true. Many of the parents know that. And they don't get up in time and practice their asana, they're chastised by their own children here. Yeah. They get up and say, Dad, how come you didn't do your asana today? They are the teachers. I still remember one beautiful story about one of our girls here. Shall I name them? Okay. That's Mohini. She was very young. How many years before, Kumar, when she went to see the grandparents? She was 7. She was 7-year-old. And as you know, here their practices are very different. They don't eat meat. They follow certain discipline in life. As he said, they don't listen to hard music, rock and roll. They don't see any kind of disturbing movies on the TVs. We even have a censor group here. When the children want to listen to a tape, first the censor group should listen to the tape and get it approved. Only then they can see it. They can listen to that. So at the age of 7, her grandparents, who live in Louisville, Kentucky, wanted to see the granddaughter. So they called, and Kumar, would you please send the granddaughter? Now she has a vacation. He was a little hesitant. So he called me, Swamiji, I am in a little dilemma. As you all know, my parents still eat meat. Their lifestyle is a little different. And our girl is very young. If I send her there, and naturally the grandparents will treat her, and if she picks up that taste again, when she comes back, we will have some problem. What am I to do? But I knew that girl because she was born here. She grew up in the atmosphere. So I told Kumar, don't worry. She is old enough to understand why she is a vegetarian, why she follows certain principles. And the grandparents are not going to change her. Send her. And he took my word, sent the girl. Lo and behold, within 3 days the grandma is calling him, Kumar, what kind of spy you sent here? We are transforming ourselves to be vegetarians. This little girl went there and converted them to be vegetarians. That is the type of children we have. Each one is a gem. In fact, the adults are a little afraid of them now. They want to to behave properly in their presence. You should have seen our children sit and meditate. I can ask everyone to come here and give a talk. They're all expert speakers, beautiful storytellers. So Yogaville is really very proud of the children and the school. As Premananda mentioned, education begins with the knowledge of God. What good of an education is if it doesn't help children to experience the truth and to become better people, good people. Thiruvalluvar says, Kattradanagalaya Payanin, Valarivan Attral Tholarenin. If they don't become good people, developing faith in a higher consciousness, good devotees, what good of this education? One can easily become a doctor, a scientist, a professor. All these arts, anybody can learn. With all this science nowadays in the modern world, there is great development in science, in every field of science. Electrical science, electronic science, medical science, nuclear science, and so on and so forth. They have invented many things. With all the growth and with all the inventions, is the world happy, comfortable, peaceful? No. The more it grows, the more the fear, the more the concern. In the name of science, we see a lot of disturbance in the very nature, a lot of pollution everywhere. More diseases, more crimes. With all the colleges and universities. Is that what we call education? There is something missing then. And what is that? Good moral, a clean life, the basics, a healthy body, a peaceful mind, a serviceful life. Experiencing the oneness of spirit. I always say that every art is a zero. Whatever degree you have, every art, every degree is a zero. You may have a lot of zeros. Somebody went to borrow a little money from a friend and he wrote a check. He wrote the name, and in the column where the numbers are to be written, he just simply put 3 zeros and gave the check. The fellow, being an illiterate fellow, ran to the bank, produced the check to get the money. The teller saw it and said, "Sorry, I can't give you anything. There is only zeros there." So he took the check back to the man who gave him, said, "Something wrong with the check? I couldn't get anything." "Oh, All right, I will add 2 more zeros. He added 2 more zeros and gave the check. The fellow came back again. I said, what is this? Again 2 more zeros, but you can't get anything. It's all nothing but zeros. Then he went back and said, sir, it's only zeros, there's nothing. He can't give. Oh, sorry, I forgot to put the 1 in front. When he put the 1 in front, every zero came to life. With that 1, every time you add 1 more zero, the value becomes tenfold. Our education is like that. All our arts are zeros. If the 1 is not there, the 0 is totally all nothing but zeros. And that's what we are seeing in this modern age. Unfortunately, even in the school we cannot talk about God. Godless education. I really don't understand the law. You cannot talk about God. But when a person gets elected, put the hand on the Bible, take an oath. What does it mean? Even your dollar bill, in whom you put all your trust, seem to say, we believe in God. We trust in God. The dollar bill trusts in God. You don't. Why? You trust in dollar. So your trust is on dollar, and the dollar puts the trust on God. So through the dollar, you reach God. Yeah. That's what. Dollar is the known God nowadays. Money, money, money. For the sake of money, you do anything and everything. All kinds of atrocities, ugly things, dirty things. Kill your conscience, moral, just to make money. That is why today I really salute these little angels. May God bless you to grow more and more and more and set good examples for many, many, many others so that they can make their life better.